Hello everybody, Susan here at Pumpkin Hill Stampers. It's time for another Stampin' Show and Tell. We are kicking off our Mystery Case 28, Let's Use Large Sentiments week. So this week I'm going to focus on making simple cards, but using those stamps that have kind of the oversized sentiments in them. Sometimes I know my stampers are always like, they're too big, they're difficult to use, it takes up all the space. Well, let them be the focal point. And then you don't have to worry about all those sideline thoughts about card making, okay? So today we're going to do a real simple card. I'm going to be using Rooted with Nature. I love the images in this set, but I also love these two large sentiments. Now, the You Are Wonderful isn't overly large, but it is kind of big, and the Thinking of You, I really think that's kind of one of the bigger sentiments. We have some other great stamp sets in a collection right now. Ridiculously Awesome is one that comes to mind that has some larger sentiments in it. Also, the Christmas Means More, I've used that a few times in the last few months. Also has, it's basically a sentiment set and that very large sentiments. So I'll share those cards with you at the end of the week in the wrap-up for this case. So you can go back and see those. But today we're going to do the new one with the Rooted with Nature. Okay, so you can see here I've got my Rich Razzleberry cardstock base, and I am going to stamp with Rich Razzleberry ink, so I'm keeping it very monotone today. I am using a sample of the Plaid Tidings paper. It comes 6 by 6, and that's going to just create half of the front of our card. And then I'm pairing that with Purple Posy. Now, specifically, Purple Posy isn't in the print paper, but I think these two purples work really well together, so I'm going to pair those together. Then I've cut with my Tasteful Labels die this large sentiment tag, and it's got this fun, not just curved edge, but it's got a fun embellished edge there. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment there. We're going to do some background stamping, which we'll tie right in with last week, and then I've got white for the inside. So let's go ahead and build the front of our card. Okay, so I'm just going to pair, like I've put down here, I'm just going to pair these two pieces side by side. Now I could have used a larger piece of Purple Posy and put this down on top, but that's really just a waste of paper. So if you can manage to put them down and put them together so they're square and lined up, I would say save the paper. So if you like to have it all easily laid out, one layer on top of the other on top of the other, you do it the way you feel like you need to do it, okay? Just because I do it one way doesn't mean it's the way you need to do it. You need to do it the way you're comfortable. So I'm using my grid paper. I've lined up, so I've got, this is on the metric, this is going over to the 5.5 line on both sides. So I know this is my center line, right? So I can put my Purple Posy down, and as long as I'm eyeballing that center line and kind of keeping my edges flush, I can put one side down. Okay, and then I'm going to take up the other piece, and it should go right next to it, so I can just push that right up. So even if I'm off a little bit, my seam in the middle will come together. Okay, so real easy way to piece together two pieces and save, you know, half a piece of cardstock there. Okay, we're going to stamp our sentiment in the Rich Razzleberry ink. So I'm trying to decide, do I want the Thinking of You on the front and the You Are Wonderful inside, or the You Are, I think I want the You Are Wonderful on the front. So we'll greet them with a fun sentiment. So I'm going to stamp this in the middle, and then you're probably thinking that's a huge label for that sentiment, right? Well, we can do some stamping around to kind of fill that in. So I'm going to take this 3-point leaf here. I'm going to stamp off a little, then I'm going to huff it, and I'm just going to come in and kind of stamp around the edge a little bit. Just kind of poke some of these leaves in just for a little bit of texture on my label. See, now it's not so big, it's got some filler. Now we could do some background stamping in there as well. I think I will. So, but again, I want it lighter. I don't want it super dark. So I'm going to stamp off twice, and then I'm going to stamp on there. Stamp off twice. So you see I'm getting that lighter ink color. You can see it's really dark on my scrap mat. And I'm just doing this willy-nilly. I'm not planned it out. I hadn't really planned on doing it, but I think I want it there. Okay, so now we've got our tag to go up on top. We're going to pop that on dimensionals. Then if you had some of our epoxy gems, or if you had rhinestones or pearls or ribbon, you could certainly add other embellishments to the front of the card. I may go back and do that after the video, but I didn't pull any of that to do the video, so not going to happen right now. So I could put it right in the middle, I could put it down low, I could put it up high. I think I'm going to go for the middle-ish. Okay, it's down, it's done, it's good. Alright, so there's that. So now let's do the inside. So I put "You Are Wonderful" on the front, so I want to put the "Thinking of You" on the inside. Now, I just want to square this so that I can kind of stamp in the center. There we go. And then let's repeat that leaf on the inside. Stamp off, put one down here, put one at the top. Just little peaks of it, right? There's not a lot there, but just a little. So put this on the inside. Put that down. And hear it, and then of course, right, you know what I'm going to do. Simple stamping on the envelope. Why not just tie it all in, right? Okay, so there we go, guys. There is our first simple stamping large sentiment card for this week's mystery case. See how easy that came together? And honestly, I hadn't really planned it out all that much before I popped on the video to do you a video today. I just picked my cardstock, coordinating colors, the stamp set, a label, and made the card. So didn't put a lot of time into it, but I came out with a card that I can easily send to friend or family, let them know I'm thinking about them, especially right now with everything going on. I think we all need some smiles in our mailboxes. So I hope you will stamp with me this week. Remember, you can snap photos of your projects, email them to me at susan@pumpkinhillstampers.com. I will share them at the end of the week on the wrap up, and then I will be sharing other projects throughout the week with the same theme. And at the end of the week, you can join me over on Facebook for my Follow Along Friday. That's at Stampin' Show and Tell with Susan on Facebook. I will put the link below in the comments so that you can join us over there as well. Alright, so have some fun this week. Do some fun simple stamping with the large sentiments, and I'd love to see what you're doing. Alright everybody, have a great week and stay safe. Bye-bye.